We're really excited to tell you about our website questionmix.com. It's perfect for anybody preparing for CEM, GL assessment or common entrance exams. Let me just explain to you briefly why it's so great and how it differs from other 11+ websites you've seen before. The main difference is that QuestionMix is question-based rather than test-based. There are no tests in QuestionMix, just questions. The idea is that the student logs onto the system and does as many questions as they can in the time they have available. This is perfect for busy families. Say a student only has 20 minutes spare before football practice or dance lessons, or whatever else children get up to these days, they can still use that time to fit in some really effective practice and not have to worry about completing full tests. QuestionMix remembers all the questions the student has done before and makes sure that the student is exposed to as many different question types as possible. We all know that in the past, most entrance tests contain the same question types year after year. However, many current entrance test publishers are trying to make the exams prep resistant by varying the question types each year. This is why it's so important that students see a wide variety of question types and become prepared to answer whatever is put in front of them on the day of the real test. QuestionMix has a wide variety of question types that you'll find in most modern entrance tests. For example, cloze exercises, non-verbal questions, including 3D cube questions, comprehension, short and long maths questions, antonyms, synonyms, and lots more. And we're constantly adding new questions as we receive feedback from the exams around the country. Let's see QuestionMix in action. All you need to do to get started is click on the Do Questions link in the top menu. Next it asks me, are you ready to answer some questions? We are, so I'll just click on the New Question button at the top. So QuestionMix has decided to give me a non-verbal reasoning question. You'll notice this question is a multiple choice question, but remember QuestionMix contains multiple choice questions as well as standard format questions. You'll see here all the buttons are nice and big and chunky, which makes this system really nice to use on iPhones and iPads and things like that. What I would recommend is, if you're using this system on a desktop, is to use a mouse with a scroll wheel so it's really easy to move up and down the page quickly. So for the purposes of this video demonstration, I'm just going to guess the answer to this question. So I'll choose option D, and then I'll press the big Submit Answer button at the bottom of the page. No. So that wasn't a very good guess. I actually got that question wrong. After every question attempted on QuestionMix, it gives you a feedback page. So let's have a look at what that contains. So it starts by telling me I got that question wrong. And then let's move down to this feedback box. For this particular question, it's telling me that the difficulty was medium, and it also tells me that 67% of students answered this question correctly. The next piece of information is about speed. Now, it's vitally important for entrance test exams that you not only work accurately, but that you also work very, very quickly, because there are lots of questions to answer in a very short space of time. So for this particular example, I took 38.3 seconds to answer this question. But actually the average time that all the other students took to answer the question was 27.8 seconds. So if this was a real life example, you could say that I need to speed up on this particular question type. If we move down further, it gives you an explanation. Once you've tried a few questions on QuestionMix, then you can go to the My Performance section of the website. Here, you'll find a history of everything you've done on QuestionMix. So you can see that so far, I've completed 4 questions. I answered 2 of them incorrectly and 2 of them correctly. One of the nice features is the ability to filter by only the questions you answered incorrectly. So the idea now is that you'll retry each of these questions until you've answered every single question on the system correctly. As well as practice questions, we also give you brain games. These are not just mindless shooting games, by the way. Each game has been very carefully designed to help students improve the core skills needed to excel in entrance tests, and normal schoolwork for that matter. And here's the best part. Because we're so confident that everyone will be using this system, we're keeping the price ultra low. This means that a child who lives in a council house in a dodgy area of Birmingham can afford access to the same high quality preparation as a child who attends some fancy prep school in Gerrard's Cross. So don't delay. Go to questionmix.com today and start practicing right away.